Hello, welcome to White Threads FlossTube number 102. I'm back from the Australasian Embroidery Convention, and in fact I was at this time last week as well, though I didn't expect to be. My time in Brisbane was a little bit surprising. When I booked my accommodation at the Riverside Hotel in South Bank, Brisbane, I wasn't expecting that there was going to be a flooding event. So as I headed to Brisbane, I knew that I was heading into really heavy and a huge amount of rain, and I wasn't really excited about that at all. But I never expected that by the end of my time there, my car would nearly be flooded into the garage down below the hotel. Thankfully, I was able to get it out in time, though the lifts had stopped working because that part of the garage was actually in flood. And by the end of my time in Brisbane, we had to finish the convention early because it was meant to go through till 4 o'clock on the Sunday afternoon. We finished at 12:30, and I was packed up and in my car by 2:30 and leaving Brisbane. The hotel I was staying in obviously was not able to be inhabited anymore, and it did eventually flood. So Monday morning, I believe that probably the foyer had water in it as well. And also on Monday morning, the convention centre car park was flooded too. It was a really difficult time. I was just a visitor to Brisbane. There are many people there whose homes have been flooded and their belongings destroyed. People have died. So my experiences, though they were not what I expected, were really nothing compared to what others have been through. I was meant to be coming home on the Monday. I was going to stay the night on the Sunday night and then come home at my leisure on the Monday. Of course, I was also going to be finishing at 4 o'clock and then packing up, so really there wouldn't have been the time to get home because it was a 7-hour drive. But because I was able to leave at 2:30, I got home just before 11 that night, and really I reckon it was adrenaline that got me most of that way. It was only in the last sort of half hour that I started to feel tired. So it was a huge experience, and if I had left it any later to leave, then I probably wouldn't have been home till later on in the week because the roads were cut. It did affect the amount of people that were able to come to the show. People were being advised not to leave their homes in Brisbane apart from evacuating, but because the weather was so incredibly revolting, people were saying, like the authorities were saying, do not travel unless you absolutely have to. So it was surprising that we got as many visitors as we did. I'm so grateful to those who came in. I'm hoping that you all got home safely. I'm also really grateful to those who decided not to come because they didn't feel it was worth risking their safety to come and visit a craft show, and I'm so completely understanding of that. So because of that, it was a traumatic experience for me, just the not knowing of whether the place I was staying was going to flood, not knowing how soon it would take for the car park in the convention centre to flood, and therefore just wanting to get out so quickly. It was quite stressful, and last week I was really tired, and I think that was just because of the trauma that I experienced. So for those who have actually had their houses flooded and have been through a far worse experience than me, I have so much sympathy for you, and what I've experienced is nothing compared to that. Because of that, it took me a bit of time to get all of the products from the show up on the website. They are now there. So if you're interested, there's the Jardin de Fleurs cushion pattern. There's the Noel Christmas, or Noel, not Noel, I keep calling it Noel because that's just how I read it. Noel Christmas banner, which is a cross stitch thing, and it's a kit. That's also up. There's the Smoig embroidery tin kit, which is up. There are some bell pull hangers, and there's the new green bird Frisian Whitework Needle Minder. So they are all the new things, and they are up, and you can go to I will put a link to the catalogue where you can just scroll down. It's all visual, and you can just look for the things that say new. You can look at all the other things as well, of course. I'm not going to stop you from doing that either. So while I was at the convention, I did take some time out to just slowly video the walls and my whole display, so that those of you who would have loved to have been there but couldn't get there for whatever reason, like you may be thousands of kilometres away, you may not have been able to because of floodwaters, whatever reason, I wanted to be able to show you what it was like. I had a really unusual stand actually. It was basically 2 by 4 meters, but instead of being wide, it was long, and it walked through from one aisle to the other. So it was a really unusual shape, and I actually quite liked it. It probably would have been better in a time without social distancing, because it did make the space a little bit tight, but it gave me a lot of wall space to put up a whole heap of my embroideries. I was actually expecting a little bit more wall space, so I did have to cram things in, and there were some things that I left off the display, which was a little bit disappointing, but you know, these things happen. You make the best of what you get. So I've videoed it for you. I'm going to insert that into this video, and I'm going to slow it right down so that you can actually look at things. I apologise for the jerkiness of it. I was just holding my camera in my hands. But if there's anything that you're interested in that you'd like to know about, just comment on the video and say, can you tell me more about this? Or there was that thing that looked like this. What's that? And where can I find the pattern for that, or whatever. So yeah, I'd love you to be able to feel like that you sort of were there without being there. It was probably a good idea not to be there if you were a long way away, because Brisbane was pretty awful last week and the weekend before, which is when I was actually there. So there are many places in northern New South Wales, which is the state that I'm in, out on the coast, and Brisbane and even Sydney, that have been flooded. So there are a lot of people going through really difficult times at the moment, and I really want to acknowledge that and say that I hope you're okay. And yeah, it's difficult, but then there are other world events as well, such as what's happening in Ukraine. And that's just absolutely awful. And I wrote a book on Ukrainian embroidery in about 2007. And it took me some time to decide whether I was going to actually comment on what was happening in Ukraine on my Facebook page, because I didn't want people to feel like I was cashing in any way because I've written a book on Ukrainian embroidery. But it got to the point where I just thought I have to say something. So I just want to say to Ukrainians out there, and I'm sorry, this does make me a little bit teared up because I cannot understand the horror that you're going through. I just want to pay tribute to, first of all, your resilience and your strength. And I'm a person who prays, and I am praying for you, and I just pray that God will take you through this horrible period with safety and that you'll be okay. I also want to say Ukrainians are amazing, creative people, and it's not just their embroidery that I love. Sorry, tears rolling down the cheeks. But it's their other areas of creativity as well, like their beautiful painted eggs. There's just so much beauty in Ukrainian culture, and I pray that in time you will have the chance to be able to celebrate that in times of peace again, and we'll be able to celebrate that with you. Sorry, that turned out to be quite a bit more emotional than I expected. But just know that I really feel for you, and I wish that it wasn't happening. I don't see that there's any need to finish on a happy note, because the world is not necessarily a happy place, and we do have our elements of beauty and creativity and solace in our stitching in that, and I just pray that Ukrainian people will be able to find that at the moment. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time.